Namaste, my YouTube family. Welcome to my channel, Tree of Life Spiritual Coaching. Today is very much an impromptu video recorded from a beach in La Jolla called Black's Beach. I am here with my friend visiting from LA and also having had a lot of conversations with some of my friends who I'm also mentoring a bit in this process of ascension. I felt really inspired to record a short video based on what's been happening lately from these reflections that I get out of meditation, dreams, and coaching and talking to people and just observing all the subtleties within me. And the concept that came out lately was the concept of a martyr. And it's very common for humanity to, at this point of our evolution, to keep asking and rhetorically sort of rephrasing the same question. Why is this happening? Why do people treat each other in such a cruel, terrible way? Why do we have this negative self-talk? Why do we have to do this to one another? It's almost like a compulsive behavior. We can't help ourselves. And I would like to trace it back to the idea of martyrology that came with religion, that came with Christianity, with Catholicism. This idea, I think, damaged abilities in people to be more responsible for their actions, because they were faced with such immense act of sacrifice that they thought they would never match. It put the collective consciousness into a state of trauma. How can I ever create such energy, such compassion, such love within myself, to be able to take on my shoulders this type of responsibility? And I don't really think that that's what we need to be doing as people. Nobody should expect to take burden and behavior of others on their shoulders and try to cleanse it. This is something that everybody needs to resolve with, obviously, help and tools. There's so many things that we know now that work, that actually assist in a process of healing. But when we, as a humanity, were introduced to the idea of martyrology, it really disempowered the way we thought of ourselves. So as a result, we became even smaller. We diminished our own value. And this, dates back centuries. And I look at it more like a wave effect. It started from an event or a psychic event or staged event even that was not meant to really create a shift in a positive direction. It was rather introduced to make people even less empowered than they were at the time. And because of that, and the time that has passed, we're not even tracing back our behavior to the origin. And of course, in an era that we live in, religion is such a sensitive topic. And how dare you even bring the idea of religion being responsible for such cruelty that is present in this world? But I think that this is exactly what it is. Any profound idea that contains the parameters of disproportion between one being and another creates that kind of trauma in a psyche. And I truly believe that if we want to go beyond all these limiting concepts, all these religious beliefs that people are so profusely attached to, we would be able to dismantle this crazy amount of connections and realities we created, we produced as a result. So just like Einstein said, if you want to resolve a problem, you have to approach it from completely different perspective than the one that created the situation. From my own experiences meditating and being in dream states and being in theta and gamma states, I see consciousness as a hive mind, and everything, every little gesture, every intention, everything we say affects everything else in existence, and we get a biofeedback from it. So this mechanism is just here to show us the external reality. It's here to show us what we are at the moment within ourselves. Everything exists internally, 100% internally. Nothing in existence, even though it's so tangible, right? The sand, everything we touch is so tangible, doesn't exist outside of us. This is just to give us a biofeedback, a reflection of what we are at the moment. So that's what it's intended to do. But like the effect of wave or avalanche that I mentioned before, if we are allowing the wave to build up, we're riding the crest of that wave, what happens is the energy becomes stronger and stronger. And it's obviously harder to stop. There is more damage done as a result. And this energy needs to naturally find its stopping point before we can even come to neutrality, look around and see where we can start from where we have landed. So the reason I'm talking about all of this is because, I meet with people who are my clients and they're so dense in this negative self-talk and it's so hard to break through. This is all they know, and they end up asking the same questions and blaming themselves. And we know how to stop this. The tools are there. They're not religious. They're not in any concepts that are based on idea of sacrifice. The idea of sacrifice is completely fabricated and manipulative way of diminishing people's value. And I see this all the time. People giving, mothers giving, soldiers giving, and everybody thinks that this is the right way. We're gonna fight, we're gonna go through this, and fighting never produces peace. No matter what side you are on, if you are a fighter, you're contributing to the idea of disagreement. It doesn't matter if you think that you're doing a good deed. That's completely a twisted way of looking at it, because that aggressive energy will produce aggressive results. So the saying that the way justifies the means is absolutely inaccurate, because the way is the means. This is all in the same, and that's how we can trace back and reverse that huge wave that we have produced that now we are in the vortex of, right? So the way is the means, not the other way around. And the only way to stop and reverse and stop asking the same question, why is this happening, is to understand that everything is internal. 100% of your actions, of your thoughts, of your intentions are going to be experienced externally. So this is equal. I hope this information was helpful to you. I wish you wonderful practice. And if you have any questions, if you need further clearing, let me know. With love and gratitude, this is Aga with Tree of Life Spiritual Coaching. I'll see you soon in the next episode. Have a wonderful day.